Let's see if we can talk and work out together at the same time. But look at this box right here. This is actually something that happened a year ago. This is not the first time that hate speech has been painted onto this court. And now here's the house, what it looks like in daylight. We've been here all morning long. It was pretty dark earlier, but now you can get a really good view of just how big this fire was. Look at this damage. It's actually still smoldering inside. Yeah, can you hear that sizzling? Well, I switched roles with Patrick. He's the reporter now. I'm gonna try his job, and I'm trying to make some of this stir fry here. So, you know, I'm just having a little fun in this bouncy house. I mean, why not? We're all just big kids at heart, aren't we? I want people to see this long line of cars here. Okay, so these are all the salaried workers who are coming to work at GM today, but the picketers are only letting people into the entrance one at a time. But listen to this. This slide is pure metal, and if it's going to be in the 90s or high 80s.
You thought you were. Got me too.
It's not just me who gets scared by this stuff. Doctors say living with CP is like living with 100-pound cinder blocks on your legs. So people are putting on 10-pound ankle weights to get a small feel for what that's like. Police tells a domestic dispute led to 2 people being stabbed in an apartment that's behind this blue house here. We were speaking with neighbors who live in this blue house. They said there was a couple who lived in the bottom part of that apartment. But I am getting suited up to go on one of these jet boat tours. I'm learning about tourism. So, okay, look at this. These are the poncho pants that they have people put on. So I have these on, and then I have the nice big poncho itself. Hey, Scott. Okay, so you can't come to the Great Pumpkin Farm without picking up a pumpkin, right? So I've been picking out mine today. These guys are really heavy. I feel like I'm gonna get my workout. M&T Bank might be the new tenant of this building, and you see those lights on up there? That's just another sign of life that's coming back to this once vacant building. And that's what I want to show you guys. I found some of the best signs so far yet here at the marathon. All right, so this is Jessica and Carl. Jessica, tell me about this sign. What does it say?
I trained all year to hold this sign.
I love it. In the letters KKK painted on a South Buffalo basketball court in Durant Park. Neighbors upset, and some already tried painting over the racist symbols. But this is not the first time neighbors here are dealing with vandalism near this area.
Fence all along here. They're pulling down our post. Every time I come back here, there's a new piece pulled off.
Ida Murray's house faces the park, and she says this has been a problem over the last 5 months.
It spurts, but not this bad.
She called Councilman Rich Fontana, who came out to survey the damage Friday afternoon.
I understand why people in 2019, 2020 still do these things, but they have some type of, they see something online and they want to be cool. They might know that it evokes a reaction from some people, of course.
Fontana says he hasn't noticed too many incidents, and police reports only show another incident like this recently, but it's something he's working to address.
It's been quieter. I haven't had as many calls about it, but now it's perking up again, so we'll hit it on the head again just like a whack-a-mole. Just keep hitting them on the head when they pop up.
As police are looking into this, Murray, for now, feels a little helpless.
We don't know what's going on or why it's happening or how to handle it or what we should do.
They encourage anyone who sees any type of vandalism to report it to police.
5, 10, about between 15 and 20 pieces of mail a day.
Sister Barbara Foles sifts through mail at the Little Portion Friary.
This is all for the guests.
But it's the first time in 10 weeks she's been able to do so.
Letters that came back. This one says vacant. This has not been vacant since 1982 when it started.
Back in May, Sister Foles filed to have their mail service switched. They used a P.O. box, but she said it'd be easier to get the mail delivered directly to them.
And they said in about 2 weeks you would begin to get your mail delivered here. We waited and waited.
That happened May 1st, and up until this past Friday, they weren't getting any mail.
It was very scary.
Scary because they receive a majority of their donations through mail, and Sister Foles calculated they lost out on about 10% of donations they need to support the 29 people who live here year-round.
We exist on donations from our wonderful donors and our guests who are here with us. They could be finding out about getting an apartment or health insurance.
When the mail was finally restored Friday afternoon, she got this letter from the post office saying a glitch had been fixed.
To ensure that your mail is forwarded properly in the future, Corrective action has been taken, and we will monitor this situation for a period of time.
What that glitch was, we don't know, or why it took so long to be fixed. We reached out to the post office and they sent us this statement saying an error in the coding was corrected and all employees have been updated on the proper handling for their mail. Either way, Sister Barbara was just happy to get her service back.
I was holding back tears, actually. I cry when I'm happy, sometimes I cry when I'm sad, but I knew I was very emotional.
But the Friary still needs help. They had to dig into their savings to support themselves these last 10 weeks.
So if you want to send a donation to here we are at 1305, guaranteed now, so they say that you won't get your mail back.
Since this is a 100% volunteer-run shelter, they're also asking for people to sign up and help them that way. Reporting in Buffalo, Madison Elliott, Spectrum News. Protesters lined the sidewalk in front of Spa Coffee in Williamsville on Wednesday morning.
What do we want? Union! When do we want it?
In support of Phoenix Cerny and Philip Nightinger, who both worked at Spa Coffee locations in the Elmwood Village and on Hurdle Ave, up until recently.
We believe we were let go for union activity.
Back in May, the location in Rochester voted to unionize. After hearing this, both Cerny and Nightinger wanted to learn more and invited reps from the Workers United Union to speak with other employees in Buffalo.
Shortly after that, we were both in the same morning let go.
We spoke to a manager at the location in Rochester, and they told us they didn't face firings when they voted to unionize. The CEO of Spot told a publication, quote, "We respect the decision of our employees at Spot Coffee Rochester to join a union," end quote. And workers in Buffalo say they want the same thing.
I don't know why things are different here, and we just want the same respect that they stated to give to the other workers.
The Western New York Area Labor Federation and the AFL-CIO backed the claims of Cerny and Nightinger, even saying Lucas Weinstein, who managed the Williamsville location, was fired for refusing to give up the names of employees who were trying to unionize.
It's almost dealing with two different companies.
Wednesday's protesters are hoping this will call attention to what they call wrongful termination and maybe get their jobs back.
Hopefully, this company will reinstate the people, but that doesn't go far enough because we need a fair process for these workers to organize a union.
The workers filed charges of unfair firing with the LRB, and current Spot employees joined their protest. Not afraid to speak up, saying it's still a good company, but they want to see change.
If I were to be fired over this, that would be totally acceptable to me. I'd rather make change than stay here under the same practices. It's a great place to work. We just want to improve the conditions.
Workers believe conditions would be better if they were offered benefits such as paid time off, family leave, and health care.
If we don't get it, shut it
Reporting
down.
in Williamsville, Madison Elliott, Spectrum News.